Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video, we are talking about self-care. Now I realize this is kind of a buzzword thing. I feel like you hear a lot about self-care, and I think especially as moms and women, this is talked about a ton. And sometimes I think it gets misconstrued as thinking about things like going to get your hair done, going to get your nails done, like all that kind of, I think in our mind sometimes we give it the connotation that it needs to be superficial. That if we talk about self-care, that means something superficial, which it absolutely can. That can be part of your self-care, but I don't think that's the overarching message behind self-care and why it's so important that we take care of ourselves and what I mean when I'm talking about self-care. But in today's video, I'm going to share with you guys, because you have asked and we've talked about this a lot, the things that I do as a mom of 7 who works pretty much full-time, runs our household, homeschools, does all of these things. What do I do to take care of myself mentally, physically, and when do I find the time to do it? So that's what we're going to talk about today, and hopefully I will give you guys some good ideas if you are looking for things that you can add to your kind of self-care routine, maybe give you some ideas about when to do it, how to fit it in, that kind of thing. Let's jump in. For me, it looks like some personal pampering things, some like soul food kind of things, and then some health type things that help me feel physically good as well. So let's go by category. In the first category, where I talk about kind of the things that for me are more of self-care in a self-pampering way, obviously you guys know I like to get my gel manicures. One of the things I have been adding into my routine, and I probably go at this point twice a month. I would really like to get to the point where I consistently go once a week, but I'm going twice a month right now, is to an infrared sauna. And you're probably like, what the heck? It has so many health benefits outside of just a traditional sauna. There is one that is actually completely random, but right down the street from my house. I go in for about 45 minutes at a time. Again, it has so many health benefits. One of the big things is detoxification. Obviously relaxation. It also helps with pain relief. Also, you guys know I've been training for a half marathon, so I've been running, and it really helps with the pain that I have in my joints from running. It also really helps with circulation and like skin purification. I definitely notice for a day or so after the sauna, especially, my skin looks really good. Yeah, it can help with weight loss. I don't know that I've noticed a big difference there. So it has a lot of benefits. I really enjoy it. It's 45 minutes that you sit in this infrared sauna. It gets up to like, I think 145 or 155 degrees. You sweat a lot, and I will usually either listen to an audiobook. There's also music that plays in there, so you could just be quiet and listen to it. It's such a relaxing 45 minutes. It really, really is. And I leave there feeling a little more like, so definitely something I enjoy, not super expensive. And then the other thing is, you guys know I'm a huge fan of doing like at-home spa nights or skincare routines. I'm really, really into my skincare routines. So I'm going to show you guys a clip of kind of what I like to do as far as my skincare and just kind of my pampering routine for my skin and face. Again, in the morning if I'm up before the kids, or if while the babies are taking their morning nap, because a lot of times they'll go back down between 9:30 and 10, and then I can, that's when I can kind of do like skincare stuff, whatever I want to do there, or I will do it in the evening after all the kids go to bed. So that's kind of the times that I fit the skincare stuff in. So let me show you that. First thing is I use this doTERRA fractionated coconut oil to break up all of my eye makeup and everything so that I can take all of that off. And then I'm going to be using the Murad Time Release Acne Cleanser. I don't have acne, but I feel like this maybe helps me not get it. I don't know. I'm gonna use this. And I am gonna be using, this is a Glow Spin. This is by Vanity Planet, and I really, really like this. This has a silicone brush head. It resists bacteria and buildup on there, and it lasts a lot longer. Doesn't have to be replaced nearly as often as the brush heads that are made of like a brush material. But I just really like this because when you use it, it really helps like with the absorption of all of your other skincare products that you put on after. It really like deep cleans your pores and removes just excess stuff that clogs up your pores. And I feel like my skin, especially around here, is doing a lot better. So I really like this. And it does have 2 different speeds so that you can use, if you're like really in a hurry, you can use it on the faster speed and just get it over with. Or if you're pampering, you can use it on the slower speed and just really pamper yourself. So I'm gonna wash my face and I'll show you guys really quick how I use this to help with my cleanser. I do have a code for you guys down in the description box that will get you 65% off. And it comes with 2 other brush heads as well, and then the silicone one and a cute little storage case. So I will leave that link down below. Like I said, it'll get you 65% off of the Glow Spin. Okay, so now is the time when I would normally pick some kind of a mask to do. One of the masks I've really been loving. My skin feels so good when I use this Murad cleanser. It just feels really good. But one of the masks I've really been liking is this Goddess Skin Clay Mask by Charlotte Tilbury. It smells kind of like something my grandma might use, but that's okay. Grandma's got good skin, so I'll take it. And ladies, you know, I get that stuff like this isn't for everybody, and that's okay. You know, different strokes for different folks. But I know a lot of you guys enjoy skincare and beauty and stuff as much as I do, so I wanted to share this part of my self-care routine, because this stuff is the stuff that I really love. This is the stuff that really makes me feel like pampered and like I'm doing something really extra for myself. Because when you're chasing around children all day and you're sweating and up and down and getting spit up on and food thrown on you and all that kind of stuff, sometimes you just start to feel grody. So doing things like a really nice, calming, relaxing skincare routine or spa night routine, taking a bath, all of these things can start to make us feel human again. I mean, I know y'all get that. I know that you do. Okay, so I'm gonna leave this mask on for 10 minutes. I'm also going to add these little, and I should have put these on before, but these are just like little moisturizing under eye pads. I should have put these on before I put the mask on, but that's okay, you know? Nobody's perfect, right? Nobody's perfect. This is usually the point when I go downstairs to get myself a glass of wine or something and find a kid or a husband to scare. All right, now I'm gonna peel these little guys off and wash my mask off. So now I'm basically just gonna do my regular skincare. I'm just gonna put on my eye cream that I have really been liking and my moisturizer. And I will leave all these products listed down below in the description box. That way you guys don't have to watch me do all of this. I do wanna mention this though. This is the Colleen Rothschild Intense Hydrating Mask. I put this on at night and leave it on overnight, and all of this routine combined makes my skin feel so amazing in the morning. I'm gonna jump and show you what I like to do with my skin in the morning. And again, you know, some of this stuff is special occasion stuff, but most of this stuff is stuff I do almost every day. And it's just part of what makes me feel good, you know, and stuff that I really enjoy. That's all I'm gonna do for this evening, and I will show you in the morning when I wake up puffy, because I know y'all ladies know what I'm talking about. If it's that time of the month, if you ate too many chips and salsa, you had too many margaritas, too much guacamole, whatever the case may be, and you wake up the next morning and you're feeling puffy and your eyes and your face are feeling puffy, I'm gonna show you what I do. It's my secret weapon. Okay, good morning. I wake up in the morning and my face feels swollen just from sleeping. And I have been using, you know, I've talked to you about ice rolling before. The other one that I have, you have to like put it in the freezer and let it get cold. I also have that like raspy morning voice. This is by Vanity Planet. This is called the Forever Young Wand. It does have hot, cold, and like sonic vibrations, but I am just gonna turn it to cold because this is what I like to use it for. And this part here gets really nice and cold, and I just use this all along my neck, my jawline, underneath my eyes, all of these places. It really works to improve circulation, to tighten your skin. It can really help tightening this like under jaw area and getting your jawline a little bit tighter. It's just something I definitely look for. So I like it. Plus it just feels really, really good and refreshing in the morning when you're tired and having a hard time waking up. It just makes me feel more awake because it's nice and cold. So it just works to like eliminate puffiness and brighten under eye circles if that's an issue for you. I have 7 children, so you can imagine that that is an issue for me. And I like this too because you just charge it. There's a little thing right there that you just plug it in and charge it. So it doesn't have to stay plugged in, and you don't have to worry about batteries with this one, which I really like. So this is one of my self-care things. Every morning, I like to use this every morning after I have my coffee and while I'm getting myself ready for the day. It just takes a few minutes, but it's just something that I do for myself and I really enjoy it. And you guys have noticed a difference. So anyways, I have a discount code for you guys down below in the description box to get 70% off of the Forever Young wand. So I will put that link down below. I would definitely recommend trying this. All right, so that's a peek at kind of like my at-home, you know, spa, skincare type stuff that I like to do. Now, the next thing is talking about kind of feeding our souls, our minds, that kind of thing. What helps me care for that part of my being, my person. I love to read. You guys know this. I love to read. I really like self-help type books. I'm going to share with you guys a couple of my very favorite books that are like soul food books for me. And if you listen to the interview I did on Rachel Hollis's podcast, the Deus podcast, I did an interview with her recently, and I did share about these books in that interview. But the first one, and this is the book that I consider to be one of the most transformative books of my life. This changed the trajectory of my life. This changed the direction in which my life was going. And it's this book. It is called Kisses from Katie. It is by Katie Davis and Beth Clark. It is her story. If you do not know Katie Davis, I will leave like her social handles and stuff below. This girl is incredible. She left her amazing, happy, wealthy life in Tennessee, in an affluent family in Tennessee, to move to Uganda and run a ministry there. And at the time she was maybe 20 years old, 19, 20 years old, and she had upwards of 15 little girls that she was raising and taking care of. I mean, this is her family. That's Katie. These are all of her daughters. She is an amazing, incredible, inspiring woman that will cause you to pause and look at your life and question things that you are harping on in your own life really even matter. This is the epitome of perspective. You guys know I believe that perspective drives all of our gratitude in our life, and our ability to be joyful and happy every day despite our circumstances comes from our ability to be grateful for what we have. And I think we can be the most grateful when we have a very clear perspective of our life. And this book is what did that for me. So I definitely would recommend that book. And then the other book that has really been amazing, and I just read it this year, is called Big Magic. It's called Creative Living Beyond Fear. This is a kick in the pants kind of book to tell you if there's something you want to do, if there's something you have living inside of you that you want to get out, some piece of art, some book, whatever it is. It's just so good. Kick in the pants. Such a good book. And she also does have a podcast now. Elizabeth Gilbert has a podcast that goes with this, where she kind of interviews people and talks about real life stories of Big Magic. The other thing I really like to do, you guys know we got a Nespresso machine for Christmas. I got it for CR for Christmas, and I love to make myself homemade lattes. I do almond milk latte, so it doesn't get quite as frothy as like regular milk, but I do love a good homemade latte. So I will make my latte, I will grab my book of choice, and then I will curl up somewhere, either in my bed, in the chair in the other room, in the living room. Again, sometimes this can be nap time, sometimes this is early in the morning before everybody's awake, and sometimes this is at night after everybody goes to sleep. I mean, you just have to find the nooks and crannies in your life to do things for yourself, to give yourself room to breathe. And so I really, really like to carve out time and make time for this. If I'm listening to a book on Audible, you can rest assured that if I am in the car going somewhere, I'm listening to my book on Audible or a podcast. We'll get to that next. But I try to make the most use of all of my time because I am very busy. I'm constantly taking people here and there and carting kids all over. So I have to be really wise with how I use my times. Okay, so now as far as like health and fitness type things go, I'm really big on running. I'm at the point now, when I first started getting back into running, I was listening to a lot of podcasts while I was running. I'm now running longer distances where podcasts are not going to do it. I've got to have my tunes. So I don't really listen to a lot of, I listen to music when I run. But if I'm going to go for a walk, a power walk, or even sometimes if I'm just doing sprints, because sometimes I'll do sprints to try to work on my like lung capacity and get my lungs more expandable. These are very technical terms, you know, very technical running terms. Sprints for lung expandability. Then I will still listen to podcasts. Sometimes when Christopher comes home from work, I will pop my headphones in, I will turn on a podcast of choice, and I will just go for a good walk, a power walk, something just to kind of clear the mechanism. Some of my favorite podcasts to listen to, and I will leave all of these podcasts linked down below. If you are like mommy business kind of person, I really like Naptime Empires. If you are in social media type business stuff, if you're not already listening to Julie Solomon, the influencer podcast, that's a really great one. Jenna Kutcher, Gold Digger, that's another really great business podcast. My friend Jessica Honiger from Noonday Collection has launched her new podcast called Going Scared, which is really, really good and really powerful. She has lots of amazing guests on her podcast. The Happy Hour with Jamie Ivey, everybody loves that podcast. Yeah, I will list some of my favorites down below, but I really love that. And then sometimes I'm just at a place where I can't listen to anything else. It's just been noise all day, and I can't listen to anything else. And so I'll usually start my walk by listening to something, and I can just feel myself. It's like this inner like turmoil and twitch that I'm just like, and so that's when I know, pop the headphones out, put them down, and just take deep breaths, smell people's barbecues a-going, and listen to the birds chirp, the frogs croak, the crickets, the cicadas, wherever you live. Sometimes this can be very loud, but I just listen to nature, take deep breaths, not in a cheesy way, but I really just try to come back to like, I was created to just be a part of this. This is the earth. These are the critters. This is the trees, and just breathe it all in. I know that sounds kind of cheesy, but sometimes you really just need that. You need that connection back to quiet, calm, woosah. All right, guys, so those are some of my very favorite self-care practices. Those are the things that I like to do to, again, feed my soul, feed my mind, and things that just make me happy. Taking care of yourself so that, again, filling your cup so that you can pour out lavishly on those around you is not selfish. Self-care is not selfish. And I think that's a really, really important thing to discern in this conversation, is that self-care, taking care of yourself, is not selfish. So hopefully you found something valuable. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Leave me a comment down below and let me know what you do. What is like your favorite self-care practice? What do you do? Because maybe what you do is totally different than what I do, and it could give ideas to other women who are looking for things that they could do. Because sometimes you really get in a place where you're just like, I don't even know. I don't even know. I'm just so tired. I don't even know. I'm so busy. I just don't even know. Give us your best, like what you do, how you find time to squeeze it in, all of that stuff. Let us know down in the comments, and we can all share our knowledge. Again, thank you guys so much for spending your very precious time with me. It really does mean a lot that you would take time out of your day to watch one of my videos. I love you guys. I appreciate you so much, and I will see you guys again really soon. Bye.